Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope you all had a good weekend. Yesterday's video was pretty long, so I'm just going to keep this one short. Yesterday was just kind of a bonus video for everybody. Okay, so BTC just closed its weekly, and it had like a sell-off right away. So normally, when you have one candle that closes, let's see. Oh, did that actually close at a new high? No, I can't tell. Yeah, I guess it did. It looks like it did close at a new high. Okay, well, anyway, there wasn't like a large sell off wick. Like, if we saw a huge sell off wick like this, that would be somewhat scary for the next couple weeks. But it just barely had any kind of a wick here. Like, over here, you closed at a new high, right? And then you just had this really large, let's see, 7% wick. And then this other one is probably 5% or so. Yeah. And then this one is probably like 1 to 2%. So it wasn't a very large sell-off. So what I would expect is this week either stopping where it stopped now, maybe retesting this level here, and maybe it just goes up from where it's at right now and comes back down to its old high in the future. Maybe we go, up to, let's draw this better here. Somewhere up here. And then we could have the halving. And then when everybody thinks it's going to go up, this actually corrects really bad, right? And then does something later on down the line. So that is the other scenario that should play out at this current moment, leading up towards the halving in April. Okay, so April 22nd is the halving. We continue to go up this month, and then a little bit up next month. Alts continue to go up as well, and then halving hits, or we hit this line, we sell off a little bit. Halving hits, everybody thinks it's going to go up, and then we start to go down. That would really make a lot of sense. I don't think I have the other halvings saved. I can't remember where the halvings were during these cycles. Let me actually see if I can. I think the last halving was right here, so the price went up, but it wasn't up really that high, right? We were kind of down below this price. And then this other halving looks like the other halving was about right here. So that's pretty congruent with where we're at. So I guess it could go either way based on that one. And then this halving was like right here, and then prices fell. So I guess depending on how parabolic it actually goes right before the halving is kind of what's going to happen after the halving. So like over here, it was way down here when we had the halving, way below the all-time high, so it continued to go up. So so that kind of would make sense here. How big was this fall? So after it rose, it fell like 40%. So maybe a 30% fall from where it would go. That'd bring it back down to its old high. So yeah, I mean, that's something that's possible. But that is the next halving, so all the rewards you get cut in half. So that's kind of what could happen there. But I just want to give my 2 cents on that. All of this is just kind of educated guessing, right? We don't really know. But we do know that we're in wave 3 right now. So 3 is normally bigger than 1. If it stopped here, right, it's still bigger than 1, I would say. But it can go even higher. It's more impulsive. And then 4 would probably be longer, since this one was somewhat short. So you would see a longer extended cycle, maybe something like the top part of this. Could see like a bull flag, right? You could have your pole here, and then you could just see a flag where it just drops and drops and drops for quite a while. Just a lot of ways that can play out. Okay, so theta, I'm going to go over this again. Yeah, theta. So I posted this in the group chat today, which it sounds pretty crazy, right? This going from 60 cents from its very low to like $100, right? Way up here. But this is how you draw out a bull flag, okay? So you take the bottom of the pole here. I think you would start here, right? The other situation would be starting right here, go all the way to the top. Okay, then you would move this over to the breakout point, and that brings in, this one says 142, but let's just say safely $100. Okay, let's take this one just in case, put it right there. So that brings it to like 38. So that would be the first fib level, and then the third one would be this last fib level. And if and when we get up there, and this is based on TA, technical analysis, this is not my personal opinion or anything like that. My opinion says this is crazy to go up that high, but altcoins do this all the time. Ethereum has done it before. Doge has done it. You know, there's crazy coins that do that all the time. So will I wait for that? I don't know. If we get to this box, I would probably pull off some profits or something. I mean, that's a large amount of money. So that's TA. And then if this happens, right, then you've got TFUEL that would go up. Well, let's actually look at this weekly. I mean, there's not even a sell-off right there. And you're within resistance. Let me shut this door. You're within resistance, and there's not even a sell-off here. So this is just, looks like it's just getting warmed up. Volume looks it looks all right. I mean, it's bigger than it has been in a while. However, we really need to start seeing more volume come in, and we might see a lot of volume on a different chart, and maybe we can look at that here in a second too. But this looks pretty good. The monthly, where would the monthly, your next level of resistance here, if we close past this, or we kind of did close past it, is about $5, and then about $7, and then within $10 to $12. In this last cycle, it pretty much just went up. I mean, it didn't really, had a couple red candles, but for the most part, it just went up. And all these coins, they just crossed on the MACD. They haven't even passed through the zero line. So, like, look how high this went in the last cycle. And you can see that on any coins. You know, maybe it doesn't make a new high here, but I mean, just look how far that has to go. Let's see what it looks like on. Oh, you can get on Bitfinex now. That's good. Yeah, volume's still low on that one too. This is not showing any volume. Yeah, so I mean, it's just picking up here, but these aren't really showing a whole bunch of volume. So we're not going to pay too much attention to volume on this right now, because price is showing that there's demand, quite a lot of demand. Okay, so TFUEL. Fun with volume. It's got higher volume than it has in quite a while, so that's good. Weekly. You know, your next level here is about 15 cents from where it's at now. So I would really expect that to hit that level. It did come back down to test this little level of resistance or support. That candle is kind of an indecision candle, which I don't really understand why that's there. But we should start heading up here. And then, so that's THETA. See how THETA's going up, and then TFUEL's going up, and now TDROP should be going up also. Yeah, TDROP's going up, so the whole entire ecosystem is running up. You've got a whole bunch of volume that's coming in here. It's kind of slower right now. We need to clear past this resistance where we're at now. But this thing is only like a $60 million market cap. And if we look at like THETA, so THETA Networks number 44. THETA has a $3.3 billion market cap. So if it goes up 10x to $30, I mean, this can multiply quite a lot. And then TFUEL has a $574 million market cap, so that can go up quite a bit. The max it was at was $3 billion probably. Yeah, $3 billion. So if TFUEL makes it to $3 billion, or TDROP, okay, it's 80 million. So that would be a 10x, 20x, 30x, almost 40x to make it to TFUEL's old high. So 4,000% from here. So that's quite a bit. And I don't see why this wouldn't make it to TFUEL's old price. It wouldn't make sense if theta goes up. It just wouldn't make sense. So wave one looks, this could have been wave one here. We could be finishing the first wave also. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but everything's in wave three, so this could start to really ramp up here. And it kind of is. I mean, these candles, these weekly candles are pretty large. 100% in a week. This one's probably 60% or so. Okay, so Gala moved up too. It's closed past a old high here. So Dow theory is complete. This should start to climb up. You've got your resistance level right here where it's testing currently. So this would be a buy on a pullback, right? If it pulls back to here, that would be a buy as well as here. But I don't think it's gonna. It's probably just gonna start up here, and then climb to the next level. There is some resistance here. That's why I drew out the box. But the next level is 18 to 20 cents. Gal in its last cycle had candles that were 300% weekly candles. So this isn't that much of a surprise. I'm looking to see if there's any other coins to really cover. That lady coin, ladies coin, is still, I mean, it's made a new high for the week. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at that one. It's weird it doesn't show volume on that one. But the volume, I think the volume is actually bigger on one of these exchanges. Okay, yeah, here. So here's the volume we were looking at. Some of these exchanges have different levels of volume. Wish they had like a way to put it all together, but it doesn't look like they do unless you look at CoinMarketCap. but it's closed at a new high on the weekly. So we've closed past these levels of resistance here. So that's what you want to see. Could we come back down and retest some level like this? Yes. Could we go higher here? Yes. But that is your cup and handle target. So I've got quite a big order on this that I bought. I don't know, somewhere it's up a little bit, maybe 20% or so. But yeah, this one still looks good. Stochastic looks good. Will I pull profits off here? Yeah, most likely. I don't really care to be in these meme coins, even if they go to really, really high. I don't care too much about it, just because I just feel like it's a little bit higher risk. Let's look at ICP. So ICP did actually fall back into its little channel here. Didn't close the weekly where I wanted it to. I don't even think it closed the daily where I wanted it to. So yeah, we've just been kind of falling back into this zone here. 3-day can still hold it as support if we get bought up here, if BTC goes up. But I really think this thing is going to take off. You've got bullish divergence on the weekly. So the indicator's going down, price action is going up on the bottom, so it's bullish, right? We just gotta wait for it. And then the last one we're going to look at is SHIB. So SHIB had like that's a pretty significant sell-off here. So a lot of people took profits. There were times that, in this one here, there was a big sell-off, and then it shot up again. So we'll see. This was obviously a good place to take profits wherever. I think we took them at 4, right at this line. So currently that trade is at 21%, which is great. If you wanted to replace a buy, you could, and make 20% more on your SHIB. The thing is, it hasn't came down to retest this. I suppose it's retested this, so maybe it does actually continue up here, and then this thing would probably run pretty hard. Volume looks really good, but 2 weeks and I can pull that money out and make trades and other things like TDROP or ladies, and take some risks on those with things with higher market caps during wave 3. That's really what I wanted to do. Now, it'd be great if I could pull that money off and then SHIB just goes sideways and I could put it back in SHIB in the next couple weeks, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Sometimes you miss those. And I'd really hate to put it back in, and then this thing comes down to test this support. So it's hard to say what's going to happen with SHIB, but I do still have some just in case it does run from here. So on this, it's just showing smaller amounts of volume. But over here it's showing a lot, so I don't know. Anyway, hopefully this busts through here and just takes off. We'll see. Ladies, I think is what I wanted to look at. Volume still looks good there. Let's look at LTC again. That's a strong hammer candle, so that's a bullish candle. See how this wick just got bought up here, so there are a bunch of buyers. This week we'll probably we will confirm passing through the 0 line. On the weekly, let's look what happens every time we do that. Probably just go right there. And this is wave 3, so that's what you would expect to see. This was after wave 1. We've already done wave 1. So like for example, well, this is your first wave and then your third wave, and doesn't really, I mean, I guess there was a 5th wave here, but so this is your first wave, and then the line here passing through the 0 line, that would be pretty much right here. So we should start doing 3 on LTC. Bitcoin dominance chart, still being really dumb here. Either way, the altcoins are going up because of this. I think if this would actually drop, the alts would run a lot harder, instead of just kind of going up, down here. The weekly does have a cross on it for this to break up. However, the MACD, it hasn't crossed through, so the momentum's not that strong, so we still can get rejected here and then run down. So currently it doesn't really matter if this is right or wrong. It's a lot of the altcoins have moved, but if it breaks this level, well, I think it's still probably fine, but if this drops, I think the altcoins will run a lot harder, and they're running pretty hard right now. All right, let me see if there's anything else to cover. No, it didn't look like it. I mean, pretty much everything is closed good, so. As long as BTC doesn't do anything crazy, we still have quite a bit of room to go up. A lot of this stuff can be overextended just because we're in wave 3, so a lot of the indicators that are like overbought or the RSI, you know, a lot of the area, we're in like the 80 level for some of these coins. I mean, they can still go up quite a bit higher, so because we're in wave 3. But all right, guys, I will talk to you on Thursday. If you have anything you want me to cover, feel free to ask it in the group. I like it whenever you guys ask me to cover something, so I don't have to think too much about what I'm going to cover. Anything, I'm happy with really anything. Looking at altcoin charts and trying to pick and choose what I'm going to cover gets a little bit old, and I like to teach, so whatever you guys want to learn, just feel free to ask. All right, y'all have a good week.